I have no idea who I'm gonna play. I've
Sick.
realized I don't want to play Wario anymore again. Now I'm just stuck again. Right back where I was before I stopped playing, having a character crisis.
I mean, of all the times to have a character crisis, now is better than later, right?
Yeah.
Let's do some Mewtwo.
I'm gonna start with Zero Suit.
Yeah, so you mentioned you used to play Wario a lot. Who are you looking at
Yep.
now, Zero Suit?
Zero Suit, Wolf, maybe Meta Knight. I've been having a lot of fun with Link, but I don't think I'm gonna take him very seriously.
Gotcha. So a lot of the top tiers, and then just a little bit of friendlies.
It's been a while since I fought you two. I used to fight Formuli a bit, and I had D2 in my region. I always went close with.
I always forget about Formuli. What a good tag.
Yeah, there's multiple of them. I think we, like, for PM, we just have the one from Illinois.
There's, I thought there could only be one Formuli. There's too many.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those tags that's like super popular.
I know the PM community at least has a lot of dads.
Yeah.
A lot of players with the tag dad. Oh no. That's not the way to DI that. At 130 billion%.
Yeah, definitely don't DI it off stage. Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, did not grab ledge. Yeah, I should have jump up beat.
Yeah, get that little boost. This is fine. We're floaty.
Yeah.
My tail. Okay, so when you go to tournaments, I know it's been a while since because of COVID and stuff. When you go to tournaments, what is your normal like goal there? Just to play well, to place at X tournament placing, or what?
I don't know. Like before COVID started, like I kind of joined the PM scene a bit late. Like I've been playing Smash since like 2014, but I didn't really like PM for a long time. So when I joined in 2018, I felt like I had a lot to prove because I was like, I want to be good at this game, and it felt like locals were kind of scarce, so I kind of stressed myself out about competing well. Now that like stuff is back, I don't know. I haven't really thought about a goal.
Gotcha. So you almost still going more out of habit.
Yeah, mostly just to like hang out with people, play the game.
Yeah, though that's super valid.
think a goal I had for a while was I wanted to like get good enough and kind of mentor some of the lower level players in my region, because I like the region. I don't know, like I don't know if I'm gonna
Yeah.
seriously compete again. I do want to like. I've always wanted to like step back and do more like community stuff. Like I was gonna buy stuff for a stream setup for locals, because our I won't get super into it, but basically the person who ran streams before will not be able to anymore.
Gotcha. I completely get that. Sorry, I just ate before we started this. There's my throat's a little some grumblies in there still. But I completely shit. I completely get like wanting to have a good enough grasp to like be able to help people out.
Oh man.
Yeah, why not? I'm at like 20.
Yeah, I tried to bear. I should have just not bared again. If anything, maybe fade back a little bit.
Yeah, because like the risk reward, it's really hard for Zero Suit especially to like try to kill me off of that when I'm only at 20 and I'm Mewtwo. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think one thing I know with Zero Suit for sure is I need a better game plan when I'm like when I shoot like Neutral B, I usually don't really. I kind of overestimate how much stun it has and don't really react to how you're supposed to. Like, like when I hit you with Neutral B, like before, I like just kind of rushed in. When I don't know, maybe I should be just using it as a kind of like a disruptor.
yeah. It's not gonna like it's not. You don't have enough momentum with like Falco Laser
Yeah,
where you can do much with it, but it's a very like, hey, stop moving.
yeah.
Especially against these bigger, bulkier characters like Mewtwo, where a lot of the one of the only downsides of the character is that he's big and bulky, and can't get around those projectiles super easily.
Oh, that crosses up.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that'll cross up. It'll go through. It's kind of like Spacey Dash Attack, where if you do it super close, it'll just go through.
I think one of the main things, like at where I'm at right now, is I realize like I felt like for a while I've just been stuck at like mid-level in general. And I realized I have the capacity to improve. I just like have been kind of not doing it. Like I haven't had like the super big motivation to like grind the game.
Yeah, that's understandable. Like, you have the capacity to improve, of course. Everyone does, but it's like, hey, is this something that makes me happy? Would this goal be something that would be worth the time I would be thinking about putting in? There we go. It's been a minute. Because it is kind of a lot of work, and there are definitely things you can do that help, but it's And it is a game, but it is still work at the end of the day. It's, you know, acknowledging what you're good at, what you're bad at, actively changing things, like, for that reason.
Yeah, I gotta stop treating down tilt as like a move I can use on on a grounded person. Like, I'm so used to like playing Slap City now, where there's no like crouch cancel, that I'm like, oh, I can use this like move that pops up, but you just see it.
Yeah, it's something you gotta. It's that additional extra thing you gotta worry about depending on game engine. Ooh,
That's crazy.
that was a Slap City comp. Shit. It's like just a fully charged, like just move into fully charged thing.
Oh yeah.
Mewtwo Nair is honestly a Slap City move.
Oh man, if that move was in Slap, it'd be crazy. That game, I don't know. I really enjoy that game.
Yeah, it's a cool game. I played a little bit. Didn't really like grab hold of me, but that was also the point where I wasn't really planning on like competing much anyway. Ooh.
Oh, need to wait a little longer.
Yeah.
Not quite what I intended, but I'll take it.
Hey, it works.
I think the coolest thing I've ever done in like any game was completely by accident. So I was at it was when I was at a Resting Stitch Phase 2 in like game 5 of my set versus Zork, the Toon Link player.
I know Zork.
Yeah, he threw a bomb at me, or like he threw a bomb at me in the middle of my combo, and I was like going to shoulder bash to end the string, and instead I did bite, and I swallowed the bomb and it killed him.
Oh my lord. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you had mentioned that a lot of the a lot of your friends you've made through like Smash Brothers and Smash Brothers tournaments, and that it's really good at that. But and going to tournaments for the social experience can be a perfectly like valid reason to go, but it's just going to lead to that. If you aren't like conscious of that, then it's going to lead to some frustration. If you go to a tournament for one reason and then that reason like doesn't happen, or in any capacity, like if I'm going to a tournament just to hang out with my friends, but I compete and I don't do well, and I'm not really all that upset that I don't do well, that's almost also upsetting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ah. Ooh.
Oh, I suck.
These angles are hard. We'll take it. Nice recovery. Alright. No, my tail.
Yeah, I deserve that.
You play Zero, so you know how it is sometimes. Sometimes you just press the down smash button.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun to main Zero Suit again, because, like, that's who I mained in 3.0, because Dash Cancel Paralyzer was so fun. It was so busted, but, man. God.
So fun for you.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I think back about 3.0 and it's like, man, people really sucked back then. Because there are characters that were more broken, like Wolf. Nobody knew about Wolf being, like, crazy. You get the better lasers.
All the actually good Mewtwo stuff, and not the like, aha, tail big, teleport good, etc. Teleport hover was legitimately crazy though. Like I'm not trying to take away from how good that was.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I saw the
jump back.
Yeah, I saw that onion ring.
Stop it.
No. No, I'm so bad at meteor cancels.
It's weird that it's like something actually like harder in PM than melee. On those active frames.
It's like a clean like 6 or so, maybe 8. It's under 10, but not by that much. That's unfortunate. I've done it. I think the biggest question you kind of need to ask yourself is, you know, why are you going to tournaments? Like, if you're going just to hang out, it's a very easy question to answer. And if you're going to be the #1 player in the world, it's a very easy question to answer. But like, that in between can get really finicky. Because you can also be going for both. You can be going to improve. Let's go. Yeah, you're right. Oops. That's
Right,
not right.
feedback enough.
Ah, I'll take it. Okay.
If that was 3.6, you would have grabbed bullets.
I know.
I don't know how that went by. How
like,
did PMD let that slide?
Mewtwo's I kind of get because like he's a super floaty, right? But then like Menelite's he's just a fast faller.
Hey, he like grabbed it like frame 1 out of air dodge.
No. Ah, the punish, nice.
Can't believe that that went through platform. Oh, no butt grab. Oh.
Let's go. You hit me with that B earlier. Haha! It was a plan.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if I actually saw the up B hit you, so I was like, do I have it?
No, so close.
Fear. Oh yeah. safe at 0.
Let's go. We got kills in neutral with that B.
I thought I grabbed you. I like heard the sound effect. Oh no.
No! But yeah, I think that's something that is hard to kind of like get to the, or not get to the process of. It's hard to kind of begin the process of kind of, hey, I'm not really taking the game as seriously anymore. Like, could I just still go to tournaments, or is that against the rules?
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't grab after that? Character's weird.
I think one of the other reasons, like, I was telling myself I wanted to improve was just because, like, I wanted to get to a point where, like, no matter what happened, I couldn't be upset with losing. Like, oh, if I lose to, like, someone worse than me, it's, like, good for them, they make the upset. And if I lose to someone good, it's like, yeah, I got outplayed, or just way better than me. But I don't think, like, in retrospect, I don't think that's, like, a good way to think about it. I should, like, be able to accept losses regardless. I think that is something I've gotten better with over time, is I've had to, like, shift my mentality about losing to, like, I hope the person who beat me does well in bracket.
Get me out of here. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, it can be hard to like make that shift. I did that on purpose, sure.
Nice grab.
I've done it. I've cracked the code.
It's like that part in the Smash doc. If you're good enough, you can kill someone without even hitting. Like that.
Damn.
Just the better player in this.
I got a better player right there. But yeah, I think that it's kind of a fine line to walk, because if you're entering tournaments, at least if you're just going to hang out, it's a lot easier. But if you're entering tournaments but are not interested in like being the #1 player, it can be difficult. Mm-hmm. But what you were saying is super valid. There's like a, let's go. There's a certain amount of good that you kind of almost need to be in order to have fun.
Yeah, I kind of just realized, like, I think I'm the opposite for most people at this point, where, like, in friendlies I tend to get more upset unless I'm, like, playing, like, right next to somebody. Like, at this point, I've always, like, been a bit of a rager. Like, it's just something about me. I've definitely gotten better about it over the years. At this point, it's like, I don't get upset about losing in bracket, like, at anybody but myself. Friendlies I get upset at other people, but that's a me issue. I'm still working on that. It's weird. Most people, like, get upset about, like, what people do in bracket. And it's like, you do what you gotta do to win.
Yeah, it's kind of the other way around. That was a punish. I was buffering that spot dodge. That was also a punish. Turns out B moves have recovery frames.
Yeah, who would've thought? Uh-oh.
No! I shouldn't have gone down there in the first place.
One thing I think is funny is that like I kind of just like realized how to reaction tech chase like recently. I didn't like practice it at all beforehand. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna sit down and learn how to reaction tech chase. I was like, wait, this is how you reaction tech chase. You just like react to where they tech and then be there.
Oh shit.
You're like, oh, that's not quite what I mean. I mean like, oh, like as Falcon, I like wave dash to where I throw you, and then I like react from there. I was like, wait, you can just do that with other characters.
Yeah, absolutely. Goodbye. Oh. Oh, up airs begin. Up airs end.
Uh-oh. Nice grab. I didn't slide off.
I saw the onion ring. There's no jump there.
Oh no. Buffered spot touch. Oh.
Let's go. Aha.
Maybe you drop it, you know. Maybe eventually.
Yeah, but to kind of get back to the question of like why you compete in bracket, I don't know. It can be. Some of that is just habit. Like,
Yeah.
I have super retired from bracket at this point, and I still kind of. Let's go. Yeah, we live in. Like I don't play in bracket anymore because it just had a lot of negative things that it did to me, and I didn't like them. And I don't have much left to play for, and that's kind of a scary thought. But at the end of the day, the goal is to play for fun.
Yeah. I kind of feel the same way about not having anything left to play for. Like, I joined the Smash community because I was like, I want to make friends here because this seems cool. And it's like, well, I've done that. And I don't know, none of my friends really play Smash anymore. Like, I met them through Smash and then they kind of just stopped playing. I'm the only one left.
Yeah. So if that was one of your big draws to competition was like, oh, I get to compete with my friends, and that's not a thing anymore. That's that's a perfectly. You don't have to like keep playing for that reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But, like, the one thing is, like I mentioned earlier, I want to do, like, community stuff because I still really care about the game. And, like, I don't enjoy competing. At least not online. Like, offline it's a bit different. I remember, like, I used to have, like, really bad competitive anxiety, like, during the start of tournaments. And then, at SmashCon, like, the last SmashCon that happened, I was playing Dirt Boy in friendlies, and I asked him, hey, you've been to, like, a billion events. What do you do about tournament nerves? And he just tells me, don't get them. And then I didn't have them at any offline tournament after. It was the most powerful advice.
Dirt Boy, just don't get nervous.
Don't get nervous.
Have you?
It worked.
Have you considered not getting nervous? It's simply that easy.
Oh no, I didn't have it. Yeah, like I was talking about it with friends after, like, there was this tweet that was, like, going around, like, a day or two ago, where someone's like, oh, we should stop having, like, local events. I was like, no. I think I take, like, tournament. I have a completely different mindset about, like, online stuff, because it's like, online, I feel like it's easy to disassociate the fact that, like, you're playing against another human being. Like, I'm just staring at my computer monitor. I don't see another person. I'm not interacting with anyone. I'm just
Right.
fighting a machine for all I know. And that makes it, like, easy to just get upset. Like, when something stupid happens, like, I don't know, like, online I could miss, like, a ledge dash, and I'm like, fuck, that really sucks.
Right.
Offline it's like, dang, I can like look over to the other player. I'm like, dang, I just got outplayed. I can like joke about it.
Right.
I think also the other big thing about like competing online that was like stressing me out a lot is like there's no downtime in online tournaments.
What online tournaments
Like,
have you been playing where there's no downtime?
whenever I like would enter stuff, it's usually like uh not like a lot of like a whole lot of people entered. So it was like, oh, like there's like maybe like a minute between matches, and then my next one's ready. And
Gotcha.
like, I don't know. Something about like competing from home to me was like just feels like a bit more stressful. Even if I can like just lie down after it's over.
Yeah, I feel the same. It's like this is not a place where I compete. This is a place where I sleep.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh.
Let's go.
The wake up down smash. Uh-oh, the tech chasing. Uh-oh. Oh man, I just thought about like random moment from like before I started playing PM of like watching tournaments. It was like some SoCal event, and Venom was playing Sosa, and Sosa wanted to sit next to them at like a split setup to hear him like pressing buttons.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, Venom was like, yeah, can you hear him now? Oh my god. I
Yeah.
always loved the PM community, even before I like got into PM seriously. Like I watched like majors basically like from 2016 to 2017. Like I watched like every major.
Yeah.
Like I remember during Olympus there was the Parker Boring copy pasta.
Oh, that was during Olympus is when that started.
Yeah, like it was like every single time like a Mario Fair kill happened, people were just posting the Parker Boring thing,
Good
or like
lord.
just typing Parker Boring in chat.
Eventually, it's just his name becomes the meme.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I also like always like was chill with like MDVA PM people. Like I think that's one of the reasons like that really pushed me to like starting to go to stuff for PM was like uh
The
back when I was
community.
playing yeah, the community was a big thing. Back when I was playing like Brawl Minus, I was trying to like get people into that game. I bring it to locals with me, and I brought it to a like our like college local,
Mm-hmm.
like MDVA's college local, where we have like every game there. And I was like, sure, I'm gonna enter PM for fun, you know, just for fun, play some random characters. And BP recognized me from like years ago. I like don't remember when I interacted with him before, but he like recognized me. He's like, "Oh, you're Mal." I was like, "Oh, that's cool that like people remember me a bit." And everyone in like the community was just super nice. Oh god.
Yeah, that's oh no. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to compete to still have that.
Yeah. I mean that's the thing. Like I still want to go to tournaments. I just don't know if I want to be a competitor anymore. That's the big thing. Oh god.
Like it takes a lot to actively, even if you don't enter a lot, it takes a lot to get in that mindset of I'm going to compete, right?
Like I might enter tournaments just for fun, but I don't know about taking the game seriously ever again. Like I was like taking Brawl Minus, or not Brawl Minus, Slap City seriously after I stopped playing PM, and I was like, I don't really enjoy this, like competing, and so I like became the streamer of Slap City weeklies. I want to do the same for like my region of just stream weeklies. I'm doing that for sure whenever I get the equipment, but I don't know about. Oh god.
What is happening?
crap. No! I thought you were gonna neutral get up.
Looks like identical. No, it's fine.
No. I was trying to hit you on the way back. One thing I want to learn to do is the chalupi tech chasing.
Oh, with the footstool.
Oh my god!
It's monstrous.
Like I mentioned to you, I was like in Chadport, which is mostly a Midwest server. So I got to talk to like a bunch of Illinois people, and they told me horror stories about chalupi. That's the same region. That seems like such a terrifying region to be in, because you've got like chalupi who's like inhuman, like tech chasing. And then you have Jank. I don't know if you know Jank, but
I do not know Jank.
he is a BDD player.
Oh, I know Jank. I know that Jank. Side B at ledge when getting 4-stock DDD. I love that dude.
I love Sean. I played him at a tournament. Like it was my first time ever going out of region. I played him at a Arcadian, and it was hilarious. Have locals started back up for you?
No. Nothing in Houston. Partially because just our primary TO isn't TOing anymore.
No, you jump into it.
I earned the kill because I got the last hit. Let's go.
Yeah, not an SD.
It's not an SD if I got a 3% move. Nope.
Oh. Aw.
Let's go.
It's too strong. Uh-oh.
For second hit only. Who said I was retired? Let's go. Ah, man. I have such a hard time meteor canceling. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, it's like so free in Melee, and then it's like actually so hard in PM.
Get out of here.
No, I wanted it to hit you. Uh-oh. The wave dash behind me. Uh-oh. Oh, you didn't angle it like I thought you would. You did the right angle.
I always forget how insane Fox up tilt is on the growth.
Oh, yeah. No, but Fox sucks. It's 0 to death by everyone. In edge guard. Just like in Melee. It's bad.
Haha! But yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to compete in tournaments or even go to tournaments to be a part of the community. It's harder for PM because the online is there's not much of an online community, but like that's not like a requirement that you have to do to get like a community card or something, right?
Right. main thing about that right now is like, I do want to like, my computer like has some weird issues with like Dolphin randomly stuttering sometimes, so I can't like currently get really stream stuff. But I do want to like stream netplay events is one thing I wanted to do. I was like wanted to get a bit into commentary. That's like something I've learned how to do recently, is how to like commentate to any decent extent. Oh god.
That was a bonkers exchange too.
I was like ready to tech and up B, and then I just alright, even game.
I've done it. Ah, that was closer at least.
Uh-oh.
No, not like this.
Oh man.
Yeah, Fox bottom 3. Let's go to the top tier, like Tink. Tink is a top tier, surely.
Surely.
He beats Mewtwo. There can be no weaknesses.
Yeah. Mewtwo top 3, Tink beats him. No, I don't see any flaws here. Oh. Oh no, but it's the meteor. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay.
Don't do it.
No!
You did not beat me. How could you?
I was going to let go ledge wall jump, and then I didn't wall jump. I was like, what do I do now? Oh god, please don't do it again. Alright, I'm okay. Uh-oh.
Where are the frames?
Oh, I didn't jump. Oh. Dang.
Goodbye. If I just SDI down to 40%.
Oh god, what the? That was insane. Oh. No, please. I'm living.
No! Alright, boomerang incoming.
Uh-oh. Dead. The Z trap. Oh my god. Uh-oh. No. Oh, I wasn't high enough. You're a little too far down.
Yeah, but I think if you need to just like pick a new character to like kind of get out of that mentality of like wanting to compete, whatever you
Yeah.
need to do to Like streaming the event is another good way of being like, oh, it's fine. I don't need to worry about my placement. I'm literally streaming the event, right?
Yeah.
Get off stage.
Dang.
Let's go. Oh no. So run up down tilt killed me pretty hard.
Oh my god.
Yo, at 30, finally. Oh, I don't have a jump. We did it.
I don't know where you jumped. What? Hmm? Now? God. Oh no.
Ah.
No!
I think the hardest thing about trying to like take the game less seriously is that. Yeah, let's go. A lot of the things that are fun you can only do if you're good. Like they're hard.
Yeah.
So it really blurs the line between like, oh, I'm practicing, like, or I want to play with this intent to do this hard thing to have fun, versus I want to play with this intent to do this hard thing because it's the best thing and I want to get better.
Yeah.
Like Charizard glide ledge dash, right? That's hard. That's unique to him. It's weird. It's kind of hard. And it's definitely something that is fun also. It's so short. Let's go. No, not yet, not yet. Let's go.
Oh, what?
Goodbye. I forgot I had a tether. It's fine. It's hard. No!
No!
If I didn't fast fall, that was it.
Thought you were gonna up against me.
Let's go. See, that's fun. And some of that stuff could be hard. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's, in my experience, also that one of the most difficult aspects of kind of like trying to transition to take the game less seriously is giving yourself some slack, right? Like, it's already hard enough when you're like, oh, I want to improve. Nice. But I missed the thingy, right? I missed my ledge dash. It killed me. But it's almost harder when it's like, oh, I don't even want to improve and I'm still missing that.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's going.
Oh. What? What that hit me? A shield, I swear.
Shield poke, somehow. Oh no, I don't have that anymore. It's fine. We got tech chases.
Oh.
Oh, I don't have the thing. I don't have the fingers to do AGT.
Oh, I hit the boomer.
It's tricky. It's shaped like a trick, even. Boomerangs are not shaped like weapons. They're shaped like trick weapons. But, yeah, I think... Let me get the exact wording up again, actually. Yeah, you said, I want to see for certain if I have the drive to keep improving.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I'm not trying to presume. I don't want to, like, put something onto you that you're not, you know, I'm not trying to press this on you, but I think that if you had the drive for improvement, you probably wouldn't have, like, come to me asking, like, to help find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's okay. Especially since you want to get more into the community and the, like, streaming or content creation side.
Yeah.
I still caught it. Neat. Boomerang! Oh, nice. But like I was saying, it's rough with Smash because, like, to have fun, there's so much of a barrier to entry about, like, oh, I gotta move my character the way I want to do my cool thing.
Yeah, Smash definitely is like, it really just gets so much more fun when you like get to a certain point. Like I always tell people, like PM is like getting better at Smash makes like casual play so much more fun. It's like with items, like PM with items is so fun.
Dude, my favorite game mode is Bunny Hood only is the item, because with like advanced PM movement, you get some wild stuff. Like Wolf up throw becomes the kill confirm now.
That's crazy.
But only if both of you have the Bunny Hood, because it affects their gravity too. Oh no! You baited me.
Yeah, God.
You baited me using your competitive moveset. Impossible! How do I get a hit for hitting you? This is cheating.
Oh.
Get back over here.
Uh-oh. No. Uh-oh. No.
Let's go.
Okay. Please kill.
Oh, forward air's not going to kill.
No! Oh, it's here.
Not like this.
Not a kill throw.
No. No! You also died! What? Never mind.
I knew it was fine.
You knew it? And did you know it? Here, let's hard counter pick you with my Ike. That's it. Yeah, I have an Ike for sure. But yeah, I think it's like it's okay to kind of to come to the conclusion that, oh, hey, competing is done for me. You know, for whatever reason. Even though it is kind of hard to, because it's been the status quo for so long, right?
Yeah, like it's been like the thing I've put so much time into for the past like almost 8 years now.
Now we can use B moves in neutral though. But jokes aside, I forgot you could do that. Jokes aside, it is kind of like that's a DI away at 120.
Thank you, Motobug.
Wait, no, that's not how I tech it.
God, that kid?
Oh!
What?
Yo, let's go! This is fine.
Uh-oh.
No, I got the spike! Why did they give that a spike hit?
I don't know. Whoever is responsible for Ike.
Yikes. I get it, Knuckles. He's a funny one.
I'm sure Katie's been Kate or Katie? I forget if it's just Kate for Euboa's tag.
It's Kate, I believe. At least that was her name. Oh, let's go.
Yeah.
I'm assuming... No!
Because, like, before they transitioned, like, was when I was last talking to them, and I just called them, like, by their dead name now. So it's, like, kind of weird.
Oh, just because, like, you were using their preferred name before they changed it? That's not weird.
Yeah, it's just,
What?
like, I haven't talked to them, like, personally in a while. So it's, like, since that happened. The same thing with Swimming on Land or Shay. It's like
that's who that is. Okay, I felt so crazy because I didn't know who she was, but everyone knew about her. I'm like, wait, I know I've been in like a little bit of a PM coma, but what?
Yeah, yeah.
Good for her. Hell yeah.
Yeah, good for them.
But yeah, just to kind of get back to the mentality stuff, I think if your mentality is just like you want to play to have fun, like forcing yourself to improve is just not going to be fun.
Yeah.
Or forcing yourself to like be in that mindset is not going to be fun. Let's go. You're not meteoring me. You can hit me with any other move, but the meteor will kill me, so you can't hit me with that one.
Oh my god, frame 2, quick draw attack. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Just launching B moves at each other.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh god.
Ooh, that was rad.
Oh.
But jab 3 though. Oh wait, no, I don't DI away because then you hit me anyway. I definitely don't DI. Well, actually, that was a meteor. Maybe that was fine. Whoa!
That is not what I meant to do. Oh.
Called me out so hard. The jab reset? Why?
I think one other thing I kind of need to tell myself more, like stop myself from getting upset so much, is like most people who are playing like care about getting better and care about winning more than me. So it's like, if I feel like, oh, I'm better than this person, I shouldn't be losing to them, which is like, oh god, a dumb way to think. I think I need to just like tell myself, oh, you know, it's okay because they probably care more than I do.
Yeah.
They care about like getting the win more than I care about like getting the win.
Yeah. I also think that first mentality of like, oh, I should beat them, or how am I losing X? It's just like, it doesn't help anyone. Everyone has a bad time.
Yeah. I think it's like, the kind of like, it's a mindset a lot of people have where they're like, oh, this person's like, probably like, I don't know, popping off about like beating me in like a friendly. It's like, that's not real. I feel like that's a lot of like, not to like presume things about him, but like, I know Nog was like a big rager in the past, and like, speaking as someone who's like had a history of getting upset about like losing, that's like something I've thought before. I feel like it's a common thing where it's like, oh, this person probably is like cares so much about winning this like friendly, and that's just not true.
No. Yeah, it becomes like, because friendlies are friendlies, right? That's the kind of advice you get here. You just, word is word, right? But it's like, they're called friendlies because they're just they're just friendly games. They don't need to be like that pressure that it's like indicative of your skill or of who would win in a serious match doesn't need to be there. What, that DI off stage? Okay, good.
Quick draw attack. Now dead.
Oh, that's cheating. Force match is not allowed to have pushback unless it's mine.
Thank you. Uh-oh. Whee! I'm going over here.
That's absurd. That's absurd. I say, using Ike side B to get across the stage faster than Sonic the Hedgehog could.
Like side B is. Oh god, I didn't mean to press B. I was like, what am I doing? Why am I not moving? Like side B is one of those things where it's like when I first like before I was a PM player, I first like encountered like Ike side B. I was like, that's insane. He can grab me from across the stage. That's so broken.
And
And then
then
like
you learned the numbers, and you were like, "I was right. I was right the whole time."
yeah, I get into the game and it's like, no, it's fine, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. No, I was right the whole time. I was right from the start. I also like to jokingly tell people like, oh, before I got into PM, I was like, I didn't like the game because like, oh, you know, everyone's stupid and janky. And then you get into PM, and it's like, no, that's not true. And then as you get used to PM again, it's like, oh wait, I was right the entire time. The game's still good.
Yeah, game's allowed to be silly. Not even silly, but like, you know, not bland, balanced in a active way.
I think like calling like every character in the game dumb in some way is a lot different like now than it was in like 3.0 where like it was degenerate. I blame 3.0 for people like having a stigma against PM. Cause like that's why I didn't like I kind of realized like I had the mindset of like how 3.0 was like going into every time I played PM. It was like only PM was that bad, or 3.0 was that bad. Thank you. I think I can safely say that I'm the only person who has played a competitive 3.0 set this decade. I played a set with not Knave, the other Midwest CSS Mock. Like it
Mock.
was at yeah, Mock. I
love Midwest tags.
I always forget like his tag. I'm like, oh yeah, the other Midwest CSS. And it's like, oh yeah, it's Mog. I played a set with him, and man, 3.0 was bad.
Yep.
I think PM's great now. Even 3.6 is like still a good game, even if we don't play it anymore.
Yeah, like 3.6 and P plus are both like, okay, you know, there's definitely stuff that's, you know, not super fun, depending on like matchup or character or like personal preference. But 3.0 is a little more than that, which is kind of wild. I forgot up smash did that, or down smash, yeah.
Oh, I grab ledge. Yeah, something the dark secret that people don't realize is like people are like, oh, I love broken games. No, it's not healthy to have a broken meta. Things get degenerate. Even like Marvel is like a bit degenerate. Even if everyone loves that game, including me.
Marvel, you kind of sign up for though. It has the reputation at this point.
Marvel, yeah, it's okay that it's degenerate, but speaking as someone who played Brawl Minus competitively, having a broken game isn't always the best thing. Just why I think 3.0 is like definitely not good. Always.
No, that wasn't even close. Ow. We're fine. We're living.
God.
Yeah, but if those hit you, it would have been funny. Okay.
Oh, the ledge dash. Got too good of Galint.
I have Galint of 1. Let's go.
one frame of glint saved you.
Ivy gets more than that. Not a ton more, but Ivy can get more than that.
I forgot the modern counterplay. Oh my god.
That's the modern counter, the 21st century counterplay.
That was like one of those things I got to see in real time. Was like I would hear people in commentary talk about, oh, you know, the mix-up with tether real-ins is like, do I hold ledge or are they gonna fade back? And then everyone learned, wait, you just hold ledge the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, they can like edge cancel it, which is like the counterplay to that, but I just think it was funny. I also got to witness like, oh, ZSS can't kill, and wait, yes she can. And Ivy is broken to she loses the CC, and then no, Ivy's just dumb again. It's funny, like some of the cycles I've gotten to witness the PM community go through.
Yep, and now we're on like actually ZSS has been busted the whole time.
Yeah, ZSS is broken the whole time. Who would have thought? Oh god. I think something a meta development like I haven't seen yet is like the reaction tech chase era, where like there are like so many characters that can reaction tech chase that people don't do it with. Like there's like obviously like Meta Knight, but like Wolf can do it, ZSS can do it, Sonic can do it. I think Sonic can do it. I might be remembering wrong. I don't remember if he has like a good way to set up into it. Obviously he's fast enough, but uh-oh. No!
Let's go.
I think it was during I forget which, I think it might have been Undertow, where like Saber was in chat. I was like, Saber, I did a flop lock with D-pad. Am I cool yet? And he's like, no. Sosa does that.
He was probably just messing with you. Like Sosa's definitely the kind of player that would be like, oh, I'll do it just to prove it. To prove it's like it's possible and stupid.
Well, I know like Sosa's a D-pad footstool.
Ah.
I remember like asking him if he like footstooled people with D-pad. He's like, yeah. I do it because it's like funny. I like pointing to people like, yeah, I reach over to my D-pad.
Reach all the way across the Great Plains. I know Lunchables does as well.
Dang. Refuse to change my controls. Oh god.
This is fine. Oh, that was brave.
No!
Let's go.
Speaking of just dying.
I'm trying to get away.
Oh god. Ivy jab. Oh god. Ivy jab is so frustrating to get hit by. It feels like it shouldn't be as good as it is.
If it's any consolation, jab 1 is great, but jab 2 is booty cheeks.
Yeah.
And then her grab is slower than normal, so a lot of the time just taking the jab 2 and avoiding the grab is not an awful idea.
Yeah.
Knuckles jab is not... Knuckles jab isn't bad either.
Yeah, Knuckles jab's pretty good. Oh. I need to just glide into the wall. Climb it. Oh, you know how to do it!
Yeah, it's not like a hard thing to like conceptualize, it's just weird to do.
Yeah, I just don't know how you go about practicing it.
You just Yeah, that's true. I guess I don't know how you would practice it.
Alright.
No, I can't just hold in.
Oh yeah, that's something like last year I was like trying to pick up Wolf. And that's something I would catch people with is I catch them like DIing in, like holding up, and I just dare them and they can't meteor cancel.
Oh, this is fine. Oh, I forgot. Down throw is also one of those throws. They're just what? This character is a problem.
Oh. No, the lean back.
Let's go. Ivysaur forward smash. I'll do it.
No. Yeah. Oh. No. I'm dead.
Yeah, you're so dead. There's no way I can get back to stage and prevent. I'm dead.
Now you're dead.
It's fun. No way. Okay, good. I'm like, you don't have a jump. There's truly no way.
I expected you to SDI behind me.
Oh no.
Before, I knew about Knuckles coming out for a bit before, like, he actually got added. And so I was playing a bunch of, Moto's Knuckles build before. Oh my god.
Oh, you died at 100 to a throw. Wow.
I just didn't look like it was gonna kill.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I was playing like Moto's Knuckles build, and one of the things I was like telling him is like I was like, oh yeah, Knuckles down smash is really good. It's like a spot dodge attack. He was like, no, you're stupid and wrong. And well, here we are now, and I was right.
No! If I had been faster.
Spot dodge attack. No. Perfect spacing.
I can crawl. Get back here. No, 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 no. It's fine, it's fine. I'll take that hit. I'll take that hit.
No.
No! You even heard the little clank first.
I just think about Ivy's Solar Beam and how that's a super move, and that led me to think, why are the two characters Strong Bad worked on? They have the same jab and they have a super.
They do not have the same jab.
What, the strong bad jab? Or are you in DK?
Oh, I thought you. Wait, for some reason I thought you meant Ivy.
No, no, no. Two characters, strong bad word. DK, Wario,
they
same
already,
jab,
they already kind
same.
of. DK at least already had that kind of jab, I think, right?
I'm not sure if that's how it functioned before. I know Wario's pretty sure Wario's jab functions like that in Brawl.
I've done it.
I gotta stop doing the glide aerial. The air dash.
Yeah.
I don't know if have you played Nick yet?
What's up?
Have you played the Nick game yet?
Oh no, that's $50.
Yeah.
$50 that I do not want to spend for a game that is not of the stuff I want in it.
Oh yeah. That's like the one thing I will say they did very well is air dashing is done pretty well. Because I learned when Project NX was a thing, if you put air dashing in a platform fighter, it's really good.
Yeah.
I know Lunchables played Project NX and complained about the air dash being too good. You just like air dash aerial people over and over.
It's like if Rob, but it wasn't built around Rob. Rob with like Falcon Knee, right?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Uh-oh.
That's the price I pay.
That's what I was thinking, Knuckles. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I thought he'd push you off stage. It would have been really funny.
No.
The win box is super huge. All right, let's do a few more.
Okay.
And is there anything else you wanted to kind of like cover and talk about, or is it mainly just the like that kind of clash between competitive tournaments versus like casual tournaments?
I do kind of want to go over like my play a bit.
For sure,
Not
then.
a whole lot, but
Let's play a best of 5. Is bottom middle 3 cool with you?
yeah.
Okay.
That's cool. Oh, okay.
Oh no, that was my disabled time. That is a habit that you've kind of had, especially with Zero Suit throughout the night, is doing down B and then jump. I know you have to do them in that order, but doing them very quickly after hit stun.
Yeah. I'm mostly just kind of unfamiliar with how I should be using down B. Just like some of ZSS's tools, I'm a little unfamiliar with how to use properly. Like side B is another one.
Side B is one you can kind of just toss out there if you just want something safe to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I know it's like weird versus CC, so it's like a surprisingly good option in neutral. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about a neutral down B. It's mean when recovering, you tend to like.
Yeah, I know.
Gotcha.
I was just like giving side B as an example of like another tool I'm like not super sure on. Oh, nice.
No.
Oh, oops. Not what I wanted to do. Oh.
Oh, those 7 units away. Really missing them. Let's go over here. Oh
Ah.
no. Yeah, when you go up there, it's easy to lose track of the stage.
Yeah. That's one thing I'm really bad about right now with the Ursuit is like doing the slight adjustments to where you like that doesn't happen. It's kind of a weird thing to like keep in the back of your head, like, oh yeah, I can't be like under the lip of the stage.
Yeah, or else you just explode. You come back on the angel platform or not at all. There was also a moment where you got that down smash where you kind of like had to settle for up air instead of getting
Yeah,
like a back air.
I kind of panicked.
Yeah, just so long as you know.
Yeah, it's more like just not being ready for it.
Yeah, because a lot of the times getting back air instead of forward smash, I believe, has some kind of benefit. So that's something that happens not infrequently already.
Oh, that worked. Yeah.
One place you can use down B is as a confirm out of down air.
Yeah. I'm really bad at doing that. I was like practicing it for a bit earlier. Ah. Yeah. Did it too fast. I was like panicked about even grabbing the ledge.
Nice.
Ooh.
That was just SDI. Unlucky hit.
It looked like you got the fair up before my my fair came out. Was what happened, and it traded.
Yeah, but I mean, I was just SDIing. That wasn't like a call out or anything.
Oh yeah, wasn't ready to say.
Yeah, a lot of players won't do that, but because you have to go to ledge. If they have like a sex kick nair or like a multi hit, they can just like drop ledge and just chill.
Yeah, I know. I always like make fun of like the joke about like Ivy bullies the tether characters even though she is a tether character because of her nair. Just bullies the tether reel in. Yeah.
Whoa. What is happening? Let's just reset this one.
Yeah, I was... Okay.
That was
The hell?
more than a little whack.
Man. I confirm grab?
No, jab is Mewtwo jab is really bad. It's slower than his tilt or his down tilt, and it doesn't. It's one of those things like if you let it, it will confirm into stuff. I think, but I don't. You can just CC it, and in general, it's not the best move, pretty much ever.
Missed the L cancel. Yeah. Jump.
I had less than 0 Galint frames on that one. I know because I was holding shield.
I wanted to wave land on the platform. Oh, that jab was supposed to be F smash the first time. Like that. Oh. Is the up tilt killing?
Yeah, it kills not unreasonably.
Yeah, I'm not respecting the fact that you're gonna go to ledge. I'm expecting you to be missing the sweet spot. Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah, when Mewtwo's teleporting to ledge from down, it's just fully invincible. You can't, like, intercept it.
Oh my god. No. The fuzz smash.
It's a very fun move. Oh no. Let's go. I'll take my 14%.
That was supposed to be up air. Oh no.
Oh no.
Just die, please.
No! 7 units! 7 units I will never get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you don't have your jump, your down B just isn't very good.
Yeah, I thought I still had it.
Okay. I think that's 2-0.
I think one of the hardest parts about like picking up new characters is learning how to kill with them. That's always the part that I always struggle with.
Yeah, Zero Suit especially kind of has issues killing floaties because she doesn't have confirms for the most part. You just have to get that raw move, like back air, down smash, you know, because the throws don't really do much. Nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, from below, I can get lower than that, but not.
Yeah.
It's still like your down smash would almost certainly hit anything I can do below.
Oh, you caught my jump.
Oh no.
Smash DI.
Hey, it might have saved me.
It was just funny how noticeable it was.
How did I even turn around in between those?
Yeah. That's such a rough spot to get in. Like, just for... I have, like, a brief moment of hope, like, oh, I can just up beat a ledge instantly.
Yeah, but when you recover the same way with that down B into double jump, then it becomes even if you get tons of distance and have lots of options, if you're only picking the same one, it makes it really hard to get that.
Oh, man.
69%. Oh yeah.
Yeah, recovery is definitely something I'm not used to doing with her yet. I know I can go high. That's one thing I neglect is like not just trying to go to ledge instantly and like doing the jump up B as a mix up.
And even if you want to go low, you just don't have to. You don't have to burn it immediately. Like it's like with Wario, where you can like drift back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And especially since you have tether, you're guaranteed to at least get near ledge.
Right.
Even if not directly on it. Not guaranteed is a strong word, but you know what I mean. Like between going high, her aerial drift at a down B, and then just tether being pretty solid, like it's hard to actively intercept. Like you have to actively intercept Zero Suit to kill her.
Mm-hmm. Like yeah, there's obviously a lot of stuff like with Zero Suit in particular I need to learn. I'm more curious like what kind of general things there are. It's obviously like picking up Zero Suit more seriously. There's still a lot I have to get used to.
When you were playing as Knuckles, it's the easiest to notice with Knuckles because his nair was the most straightforward for this. It was a very... I could tell when your timer, your fuse was up, right? When you were like, oh, okay, I've dash danced enough. I'm gonna nair now.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you're gonna do it higher than that. Like it was consistent timing a lot of the time.
Yeah, that is definitely something I know. It's just kind of I don't really know what to do to like change like how I can consciously fix my timings because it's like such an unconscious thing.
So the way to kind of work on it would be to. It's easiest in friendlies, but to basically think to yourself like, Like, let's say your hands are doing this, right? You're doing like, oh, I'm threatening the approach.
Hmm.
I didn't know you could do that. Sorry. So your hands are threatening the approach. Just start doing this and not intending to approach, right?
Right.
And then see when your opponent reacts. Or not reacts, but sees when your opponent tries to swing. If this is something you've been playing friendlies with for a little bit, that's probably what your timing was.
Hmm.
Additionally, just when you take away that kind of like, oh, I need to attack kind of thing, then you don't have a timing anymore at all. You're not going to attack. So it's a lot easier to like realize like, oh, like when do you want to attack?
Right.
Like if you decide not to attack and you right around like the third dash dance, right? You dash. It's like, oh wait, why did I do that there? That's because that's kind of like what your default timing has been.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I know sometimes before, like, sometimes I'll just, like, obviously it didn't happen during this session, but before I've just, like, kind of just kept dash dancing, just doing nothing to see what would happen. Like, I just kind of forget to, like, do that kind of thing consciously at times.
Yeah, it's you don't have to do it all the time, but it's a good like diagnosis tool for like, oh, what like because your opponent's been playing you for a little bit, right? What do they think I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
So do they think I'm gonna empty pivot like 4 times in a row? Well, maybe that's because I'm empty pivoting too much. That's an extreme example, of course, but like
Right.
maybe they're not afraid of me actually attacking out of this because I haven't really been attacking. So they just like start overshooting, like overshoot in air, or like just run up grab, run up dash attack, etc.
Yeah.
So
Changing my timing is definitely something that's kind of I'll think about, but like I'm really bad at just implementing. Like sometimes I'll do it, but it's usually not a long-term thing that sticks around.
yeah, it takes some conscious effort because it is your timing is just a very like habitual thing because
Yeah.
it's something you don't think about.
Yeah, like this kind of naturally have like a timing to what you do.
Right, and that's informed a lot by the character as well. But for a lot of those, like I don't want to call them samey, but like Knuckles and Zero Suit can do the same like run at you nair thing to get offense started.
Mm-hmm.
They both have really good run speeds and really good like short hops. Right, so they can both play that game of like oh horizontally what am I going to do? So that is kind of a universal thing. It's just easiest to see with Knuckles because he literally flies.
Yeah. I think one of the hardest things about improving for me has always been like making like good habits out of like retaining like an idea like comes to my head like you said, like changing up my timing just to see what'll happen, and then like I won't remember to do that. It never like sticks. I think I could just like make more of a conscious effort to do it more.
Yeah, I don't know if you're like a player that benefits from like writing things down and like checking in on that thing occasionally. Like I'm not,
Yeah.
but it's a really if that's something that works for you, that's a really good way to do it. Maybe like even if let's say you're going to be playing friendlies for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, right? You could just set little like timers on your phone, be like, oh, dash dance more, or like just something super generic to get you thinking about it.
Yeah. There'll be times where like I'll have this kind of thought process of like, oh, I could be like more like using my time better in friendlies to improve. Like it's just I think a big problem is I'm too lazy about it. Like I think one of the moments like everything about like myself as a player became clear was I was playing friendlies with Stango once, and I asked him what do you think my biggest problem was, and he said you're just lazy, and all of a sudden everything made sense. Like, oh yeah, I am just really lazy about like like adapting to certain things or like changing up how I play. I just kind of get stuck in like autopilot mode.
Well, if we want to build new habits to kind of like take away your options to be lazy and not think about stuff, then the best, I think, a really good way to do that is to replace things. Because if it's very easy to just say like, oh, I'm going to stop doing this, but then if you don't do anything else, you just keep doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, excuse me. It doesn't have to be full-on challenges like no B button or anything, but like
Yeah.
even stuff like, oh, maybe I'm not going to grab this stock, or like I am like I'm not gonna hit them until I grab them past 100. You know, just like little like miniature awareness. They're more awareness things than anything to make sure like
the I think that's something in general that I'm really bad about is I don't want to like say like I don't want this to come off wrong, but like I've kind of realized these things before. It's just
Gotcha.
a lot of times like I forget about it. Like I I have kind of realized like I don't know. I don't want to like make myself sound better than I am because I'm just dumb, but like I realize a lot of things about the game and like improving. I'm just bad at implementing it.
Right, you can see it, you just can't put it into your controller. Or
Yeah,
to your
like,
long-term habits, rather.
Mm-hmm. Like, whenever I've commentated, like, Slap City weeklies, like, I'll, like, point out something, like, oh, this player's doing this, and they could be doing this instead. And people are like, why are you saying that? You're not as good as them. It's like, I don't know. I feel like I recognize a lot of, like, bigger concepts about, like, the game and improving. I just suck at implementing them.
One thing that might be helpful then is I'm gonna say reviewing your own VODs, but only like as a commentator, right? So like maybe record the next friendly sessions you play for like an hour, and then just go back through it as a commentator, as like a neutral observer, and from that perspective go, oh hey, you know I could have done something different here, or you know oh hey I'm noticing this pattern. That's still. I'm trying to come up with ways to help you implement them, and I'm.
Yeah, it's just me being like a dumb idiot person.
No,
like,
no, you're not. It's hard to implement stuff.
yeah, like I feel like I have the awareness to like recognize these kinds of things. I just don't have the awareness to do it. Like I don't know.
When you play, this is not meant to be like a trick question. When you play, what are you thinking about? Like where are you where are your eyes looking, and what are you thinking about actively?
I do like generally like look at the opponent like you're supposed to. Sometimes I'll look at myself if I'm like not sure of like how I'm moving, but and like as for what I'm thinking about, I don't know. I usually kind of like think about like process things after they happen. I think sometimes like if I know a matchup, I'll like keep something in the back of my mind. Like I played against Wild and Motobug a lot in the past, and from that I eventually learned how to fight Sonic. And so, for example, I'd like keep the thing I know about fighting Sonic in the back of my head. But I don't know. I feel like I'm just not consciously thinking a lot of the time about my decision making. Like things just like after they happen, I like kind of justify it in my head as like why I chose the option. It's weird.
Gotcha. It might be worth in between stocks or when you have big moments of like calm, or not big moments, but in a game. But let's say in between stocks, right? That can give you a little more time to be introspective on like, okay, chill on the platform for a second. What happened that last stock?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I hit a lot of nairs. And then, especially if you're playing a character that can kind of just like threaten by do nothing but like stay threatening. And then you can think about like, oh hey, maybe what was happening? Why was I hitting nairs? Were they running into my nairs? Cool, I'll keep doing them, right? Like I'm gonna keep expecting that behavior.
Yeah. I've definitely like thought about that. It never happens during games, but I've thought about like looking at a match and saying, okay, how do I get openings most of the time? Where am I getting opened up? I just, like I said, don't know how to implement that knowledge. Like, I have the ideas in my head, and sometimes it comes out in gameplay, like, how do I want to put it? Like, there's a certain level, like, I'm sure you understand, like, there's a certain amount of active thinking you need to do in the game, and I struggle to, like, balance that properly. Like, you don't want to think about every single thing, because then you start, like, doubting, like, every little miscalculation, every little mistake. And you obviously don't want to autopilot. There's, like, a balance in between, and I struggle to, like, play at that level.
I think an important distinction on that, though, is that there are some things that you can autopilot.
Yeah. I think that's something I kind of realized about, like, improving at PM is, like, at a game itself is, like, the more, like, knowledge you have about the game, things just kind of come second hand. Like, some, like, for example, like, L canceling is a thing, like, as a beginner, you, like, think about a lot. And then after you, like, it just becomes muscle memory. Or, like, as Falcon, you, like, stomp knee, right? And, like, that's just second nature, like.
Right. But even kind of like smaller situations, right? So like down smash bear, that can be like an autopilot thing.
Yeah.
All you have to do is like your eyes have to be like, okay, kill percent, do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe like against spacies, or like maybe up throw stuff against spacies. These situations where you have the majority of the control.
Yeah.
That can let you kind of like sneak some extra time in. To be like, oh hey, or again between stocks, anything where you're not actively being threatened, and you can be like, you can just you can let your hands do their thing basically from there. And then that can be, especially as you get more kind of comfortable with it, the more you use that time to think about things. So like here, let me give you an example from you two. The more you use that time to think about things, the more likely you are to use that time to think about things, which sounds stupid, but you don't have to remind yourself, oh, I just got this thing, right? Now I have to, what is my opponent doing? It just is a habit.
Yeah.
So like, let me get you. So like, at this percent, stomp, teleport fair will kill, and it will hit anywhere because teleport is teleport. So as soon as I hit the stomp, even on any DI, I can just go, okay. I can, by the time I've hit teleport, I've confirmed where my opponent is, right? And like, I can just start thinking about like, okay, how did I get that stomp?
Yeah.
Was I intercepted? Should I teleport more? Or should I hover more? Are they respecting hover nair? Or are they respecting hover up air? Let me sneak and hover nair. And specifically not all of those things. Just like one, maybe two. But after doing that for so long, it becomes a habit. Now whenever I hit stomp, it's like, oh, I see that we're at X percent. Stomp is, this is stomp fair percent. My hands just do it.
Yeah. It's the way I'm not sure if this is exactly what you're talking about, but like something I've kind of realized is like, as you get better at a game, you're thinking about like individual interactions less, and that's what lets you focus on like player habits, like not like a good player at a game isn't thinking about like, I don't know, the same kind of situation, like looking at a situation the same way. Like, someone might like, at 0%, like, not so like a better ZSS isn't thinking, okay, how do I play around crouch cancel? They're like looking more for what the opponent's doing. I don't know.
Right, they've already put it into their like subconscious, their muscle memory, their hands, whatever you want to
Yeah,
call it,
like
how to play around crouch cancel, and that's just what they do at low percent, right?
yeah, and then they're focusing more on like what the player's doing.
Right. They have that kind of game plan already there. Game plan, like, as that muscle memory. They don't have to think about, okay, like you're not in game and thinking about what are my options against crouch cancel. Because at some point, that's what you just do at low percent. And that takes the mental stack load off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have, like, I Love Bagels isn't like, okay, wait, what's the timing for the waveland after fireball? He just does the timing for waveland after fireball without thinking about it. And then that lets him make the more informed decision, as he's approaching. Like, oh wait, are they in the air? Cool. I do my thing. Are they grounded? Mix up,
Yeah.
I think it is, a lot of that is just kind of like comfort. Not even necessarily only with the character, but like with the engine too.
Yeah. That's always something I've loved about like platform fighters, is it's really easy to pick up, like once you get used to the engine, like a lot of things just click in your head. Like something like I've started thinking about more since I've came back to PM is like, oh yeah, CC's a thing. I can use that to my advantage, and like I always used to think about it like, oh, like I'm used to PM, so I like know how to play like basically every character to some extent.
Yeah, because platform fighters, especially like you're saying, a lot of the game is just like generalized. It's not, oh, my character's faster than yours, so therefore I can do X. It's like, no, just like I want to put the hitbox where you're going to be.
Yeah.
And then maybe my character is faster, so I can control that interaction more. Or my character has a sword, so I can, I can afford to be a little less precise with that. Or like the exception to the character. The character's not the rules.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to trying to kind of brainstorm some ways to help you retain that awareness in a match.
Yeah, like that I think is like the hard part about the problem I have is like it's very subjective at that point. Like
it's very based in how you think. And not in a bad way, it's just like everyone thinks differently.
Yeah. I think it's one of the things about talent in like competitive games is some people don't have this problem as much as others. Like some people see like improve better than others. Like that's talent in fighting games. Is your ability to improve. Not like how good you are at a base level, but how easy it is for you to like see what's wrong with your gameplay and be able to like make the mental adjustments.
Yeah, I think that's definitely easier for some people. I think there are other things that I guess like innate things about people that can offer advantages that other people might not have.
Yeah. I'm not trying to say it's like something you can't overcome if you like don't have the natural ability. It's just like some people are better at it.
Right,
and I think that's something doesn't apply to me.
Right, and, that's just not something you're super strong at yet.
Yeah, it's definitely something I could be better at, and I think that's something I've always thought about in the back of my mind of wanting to improve at is like improve at improving. But I don't know.
I think it's like you had mentioned that you think your biggest problem is kind of just generalized like towards improvement and play laziness.
Yeah.
And I think I don't like the term laziness because it implies that like you just choosing not to do something, and that's not always what it is. But regardless, I think that if that's the problem, that's kind of the way it manifests, is the difficulty like retaining that information, retaining that like awareness long term through a match of like, oh, I need to watch out for like, shuffle nair. Their fuse is about this long, right? Like they'll dash dance about twice and then try to nair me. I think that the biggest. Let me back up. I agree that that's the biggest hurdle for improving at that kind of thing, and I'm not entirely sure how to work on that.
Yeah.
Because that's something that like I'm lucky in that way that that's how I am in my life, but in like video games and competitions, it's like that is one of those. I'm one of those people that comes a little more naturally to, and I'm not sure really why. I think it might be an enjoyment thing. Like that's a thing I enjoy very much. So I will. There's a little part of my brain that is just like, oh hey, they really like reading people. So brain, get to it. Like start paying attention. Take notes, brain. But I'm not.
I think part of it is I don't force myself to keep it like at the forefront of my mind. Like the things like you said, like forming new habits of like, oh, I want to focus on doing this match. I don't keep that on the forefront of my mind when I play.
I think that's step one. Just kind of trying to work towards retaining that awareness throughout the match, even if it's only for a stock or two. But having that active awareness of, oh, okay, I want to, work on this for a little bit in this set or in this game or in this stock. Because I think without that, it's really hard to like get started with anything else in game. And out of game, You're very aware, you know what's going on. It's just not translating to your hands.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of just hard for me to like keep telling myself like, oh, you need to be doing this when you play. Like my brain just kind of likes to go into autopilot mode. I think that's part of like the thing about me not being motivated to improve is like, I think if I were motivated, what I'd be doing is like, okay, constantly keep this at the front of my mind, like, and just keep thinking about it, like, throughout play, but I just kind of, like, don't, and turn my brain off. I don't know if that makes any sense.
That does make sense. I think you're right that it is probably linked to your motivation. Excuse me. Because there kind of is a point where if you don't care about improving, it's going to be hard to like put your heart into it, put all that active energy, because it does take a lot of energy to put that energy into just like, especially when it sounds like even for a while now, it's just been like, oh, this game is fun. I like hanging out with my friends and playing with, having a fun time playing the game with people like over voice chat or something, and less about like, oh, I'm going on NetPlay to get Diddy Kong experience, right?
Yeah.
So you're not used to that environment of like, oh, okay, I'm playing this game right now to practice against somebody else, to like work on my habits. So, because I mean, like you said, your brain doesn't normally like have the focus of the in-game stuff. You're used to playing like friendly. You're used to like having conversations while you play.
Yeah.
So I don't think that alone would be a enough to proclaim like a lack of motivation to improve if that was the only thing. It sounds like it's not, and that's perfectly fine still. But just because I think you've got to realize the environment that you're used to, especially when it's not, it's usually the most competitive sets you have are at tournaments, and those are, especially nowadays, kind of few and far between. They are not every day. Like I can't just boot up my computer, open up P Plus, and play a tournament when I want one. I play against AI or I play against net play with people, but it's a different mindset that is time limited.
Yeah.
What? Are there locals starting back up in your region soon?
Yeah. Like I said, like the two main things were like in Maryland specifically were Xanadu, which only really happens when like enough people in the region are like hard committed to going to it, because it is a bit of a commitment because it's like $10 venue fee.
Yeah.
And then we were like the weeklies we'd have normally were at a college, but those like started back up again, but outside of like the first two, like we haven't really had any more because there haven't been enough people.
Gotcha. Well, I think my suggestion would be to go to the college venue next time there's a tournament, if there is another tournament there, to basically try to get some more, even if there's not a tournament, it's just friendlies, try to get some like seriouslies in.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Like when I go to Xanadu, because like we're like a bunch of people are going tomorrow, is I think I'm gonna try to like actively think about improving tomorrow. See how that goes.
I think this is also a little bit of a snowball thing. Once you get one thing down, it's like, oh, you kind of, in your head, you're like, oh, wait, I did that. Even if it's only one interaction, like, you've done it now. Kind of like how, if you get 3-0'd by somebody for 3 years, and then you take a game, it's much easier to take the whole set from them at that point.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
For sure. So, yeah, the plan is Xanadu work on one thing. Just one thing. This is a good song. Excuse me. What is this remix of? Bum, bum, bum. Oh, what is this remix of? Oh, I'm not going to go look it up right now, but I'll look it up later. Ugh. It is hot. I have to take this off. My shoulders need freedom. Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. So I think the plan is basically pick one thing that you want to improve on, and that's the only thing you worry about tomorrow. So that can be something super specific, like for Zero Suit, right? That could be, I want to, maybe I want to be aware of when I'm just going in with a short hop in the air versus just only doing it automatically.
Right.
And just don't worry about other stuff. You can let your hands play, let you subconsciously play for the rest of it, but just try to focus on that one thing. Or, maybe it's a matchup specific thing. Like, oh, I'm playing against Captain Falcon. Like you said, just against Sonic, you can just keep that one little tidbit in your head. Maybe it's like, oh, watch out for Falcon Kick on a recovery. If I'm ready for it, I can just go kill him for that. Or, uh, or Falco double laser from ledge, or any number of things. But it's just the important thing is that it's one thing. Just try to
Yeah.
focus on one thing in whatever matchup or whatever match you're playing tomorrow. Because then from there, now thinking about like let's say it's Nair, right? Thinking about when you run in with Nair, now that's a little bit in your muscle memory, mixing it up a little bit already. So now that frees up your attention span to kind of work on something else. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I think one of the big things I wanted to like see during this session is like I wanted to see like really see if I have someone here like helping me like talking about like the game with me in a more positive way would help. And I think it has.
I'm glad.
Like I think one of the things that really felt like didn't help a lot was I think for some of the games I've played before, like when I played Brawl Minus, I didn't really ever have anyone like rooting for me. People just said I was carried by like the character I was playing, and that was a bit demoralizing. And like in PM, it's not like that, but it's never really felt like, oh, I have someone like specifically like trying to help me or like kind of rooting for me, being in my corner a bit. It's not like everyone's against me. It's more like, oh,
Yeah, I know what
people
you
are
mean.
kind of indifferent.
Right, like, oh, they'll come by, watch over my shoulder as I'm playing a set. Be like, okay, whatever, and just kind of walk
Yeah.
away. Yeah, dude, I'm always
Yeah.
in your corner. I'm in everyone's corner. Everyone's rad.
Yeah, like when I started playing Slap City, something that motivated me for a while was someone who played the same character as me. That was like probably the best active player for that character. Like gave me some encouragement. I was like, it really helped my mindset. That's like one of the things I wanted to kind of get at. Like I did get out of this and was hoping for was just having some more positive encouragement about improving.
Yeah, I think that you're like very well rounded. So I think that improving in like any of these specific areas you choose, whether it's like for example, whether it's only the edge guard, like the recovery habit, or whether it's only the nair timing, once you kind of get that stuff down and you, like you said, learn how to improve and kind of get that into your muscle memory, I think you're going to start going places.
Yeah.
Because
There is one question I've always wanted to ask, like somebody who's like way better than me when I play them is, what am I good at? I don't know what I'm good at. Because I don't think I'm like bad, but I can't like, I know things I'm bad at, but I don't know what I'm good at.
you're hard to pin down. So here, let's go back to Battlefield just for a visual example real quick. So when we were playing, especially on Battlefield, because the plats help you a lot, it was very rare that I would actually, at least from what I felt, very rare that I would actually like be able to pressure you. You didn't really deal with Nair the best, but
Yeah, that was more like, I still have the muscle memory of trying to shield grab everything. That is something I have been improving about more. It's still like a bad habit though, of like I will just respect something on shield more.
yeah. But Nair aside, when I was trying to like poke at you to just kind of get you off stage, I usually it felt like I had a very hard time like actually making contact. Because you were very good at like getting to the platform, getting down at like unique timings. Excuse me. And like it's fine that you didn't always hit me out of those, but like even just making me miss, getting back stage control, more stage control than you like should be able to, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's another concept I've been like trying to like get into my head more. Is like I call it like just biting the bullet on things, like except sometimes like I'm not going to be able to get like a huge conversion off of every hit, or I'm going to get comboed. I need to stop trying to like guaranteed get out of like the situation entirely and just like get the best possible outcome out of it. Like
Right.
like um what's a good example? Like when you're edge guarding me, don't try and focus. Shouldn't try and focus on like immediately getting back and like trying to avoid every hit. Like I should accept. Oh, like sometimes I'm going to get hit. I just need to be able to respond out of
Right.
that, and that's something I've been trying to like get into my brain of like, okay, I'm not always going to get the outcome I want, but I need to like not try and get more than I can. I'm trying to think of how to phrase it.
No, that makes sense. Like
Like for
sometimes you
example,
gotta just get hit.
yeah,
And if you
like
don't die, you gotta get hit and not die versus maybe not get hit or maybe die.
yeah,
So like
it's
that example with like let's say back throw puts you like right about here, right? A lot of the times, like you said, you were doing down B double jump to immediately get back, just get around the attempt. That's a high risk, high reward option versus just like trying to go to ledge without using a resource. Because if you
right.
get hit out of that, you have
Yeah,
another chance.
yeah, I still have other resources, and I've forced you to extend a little bit, and like the hits after, you might not be able to do as much off of it, versus like me just burning the resources then and there, and like I'm dead.
Right.
It's just like, oh, it's part of risk. Like it's something I've been like exploring in my mind more, is like the other aspects of like risk reward versus like, oh, the risk of me throwing something out versus the reward of me getting hit. Like, um, there's a player in my region who plays Game and Watch, and I was like getting annoyed about him going for like up throw hammer, and like I was trying to figure out a way to explain, and it's like it's less like with up throw hammer, sure you could get the 9, but you could also get like the guaranteed damage. There's not really a risk to throwing out the hammer, but you're more like robbing yourself of potential reward.
It's the opportunity cost, yeah.
Yeah. It's
But
like that, and like what you're describing, like of just elements of risk reward that like I'm still trying to like process in my head. It's still
right.
like really like you said, like about the recovery, like I'm I guess being too optimistic with my recovery, like, yeah, I can make it back versus okay, I'm going to get hit, I need to just accept that.
Right, or at least if you are going to try to like down B in that situation, just don't also burn the jump. Save something for later. Don't be greedy, right?
Yeah.
Like you were saying, maybe be a little more realistic is a way to look at it. Maybe don't be greedy is a way to look at it, or
Yeah.
just like kind of realize that getting hit here isn't the end of the world. Isn't necessarily the end of your stock unless you do the action with the highest risk.
Yeah. Like another example of this kind of thing is like I've slowly gotten better about like dealing with like Fox shield pressure. Like I used to just crumple versus Fox players. Like as Wario, the only thing on my mind in that matchup is I need to get a grab,
Yeah.
and I need to throw him off stage, which kind of got reinforced in my mind when I saw I was watching like what Sosa does in the matchup, and I watched
Throw him off stage and kill them. Yeah.
yeah, that's what Sosa did, and so I don't know. I've realized now, like when Fox is pressuring my shield, I can't just grab him. There are times when I can grab him, but instead I should just get out of the situation. I might not like. I can't always get the reward I want. Like sometimes I need to just like accept he's pressuring my shield. I need to just get out of there instead of I need to punish him for pressuring my shield.
The escape is the reward. You don't always need to counterattack.
Yeah.
So, like against Mewtwo Nair, for instance, like he can threaten another one after that's hard to contest. Zero Suit might be able to mathematically contest it with up air, but it's tricky. So sometimes the reward might just be, oh hey, roll out, like just escape.
Yeah, like that's. I was thinking that like whenever you neared my shield, okay, I need to just like accept he's nearing my shield. There is nothing I can do about it. I need to just accept it and just try not to get hit by it. But my muscle memory was like, shield grab, press the A button.
Mm-hmm. It's when you're analyzing risk reward for these situations, it can be tough too because, like, sometimes let's say shield grabbing against spacey pressure as Wario. Sometimes you're at super high percent, and all of your risk is the same. You get up smashed, or you die in some capacity. So you might as well go for the most likely option that will kill them. In this case, shield grab. But that has to be like an informed decision and not the default.
Yeah. That definitely makes sense. Like, there's like other factors too. Like, do I still have a stock left in that like specific situation?
Right. There's a lot of variables.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just me not recognizing those situations enough is another thing.
I think as you get more conscious play in, as you get more conscious exposure to those situations, that'll help alleviate that somewhat just right there. Because a lot of your experience is unconscious experience. It's just when you're not paying 100% attention because you're in voice chat or you're there to hang out. You're not there to like at the tournament. A lot of the times you're not there to be like 100% into every friendly you play. No one is.
Yeah. I mean, especially nowadays, lands as rare as it is.
Yeah, I guarantee you, everyone at Shipwrecked was just happy to be at Shipwrecked.
Yeah.
And a lot of the players were also there to win and to like play really well, but like priority is just, oh my god, people.
Yeah.
It's been 5,000 years.
I think it's kind of just unfortunate that there's unfortunate circumstances that have led me to like kind of stress about like being at tournaments and wanting to like improve or do well. Is that I've tended to like when I got into PM was in 2018, and like that was like I think PM's last really big year, like up until like this year. There was a bit of a low in like 2019, and one of the things I was stressing myself out about was like I need to do well because I'm like years behind at this point. These people have been playing so much longer than me. There's so much I want to improve, and it feels like I have no time to do that. And I felt like that in like when I was playing Slap City too. Is like a lot of people don't really play the game anymore, so it feels like I have very few opportunities to kind of prove myself. And I think like going forward, I need to just like not do that and just kind of like take it at a better pace. Of like, it doesn't like if I don't do well at like the next regional I go to, it's not the end of the world. Like,
yeah, I think that kind of mentality is just it's one of those that's kind of just hurtful. Not intentionally, but it's just hurtful to like everyone involved.
Yeah.
Because it puts the expectations of the people who've been playing longer, not consciously, of course, but like it also puts the expectations on you with the threat of like, oh, if I don't do this, I should feel bad. Like,
well, it more felt like I might not get another opportunity to. That was more the thing. Like, I don't know, like when I first started, like there wasn't always like PR people at the local, and they were like the PR people in my region were starting to play less. So I was putting a lot of my pressure on myself. Like, I want to beat this PR player because I don't know if they're going to show up to another tournament I'm at.
Right.
Like, this kind of pressure just came from, like, I just haven't had the opportunities that a lot of the people who have been in the scene have had. And that's not, like, saying, like, it's unfair. It's, like, my fault that I didn't play sooner. But, like, I don't know.
See, I think that's just, even with the acknowledgement that like it's just that's just kind of the way it is. Like, you can't go back to 2016 and like pick up PM, and just the fact that you started. I know what you mean, and I'm not trying to invalidate your opinion. I've heard a lot of people say this, and it makes everyone feel bad. Like, it always makes the individual feel bad.
It's a very pessimistic view. it's really like I wish I didn't think that way back in 2018, 2019 when I was playing. Because I don't think it was very healthy for me. Um,
Well, look at it this way. There might not always be another opportunity when you want it. And to be frank, I don't think PM's going to be around in 50 years. I don't think that's a hot take.
yeah, I mean,
But if,
I I think it's realistic to view, we like the amount of time like this game has left is probably not a whole lot longer, but you know, I don't need to. I shouldn't stress myself out about that. That's out of my control.
right. And also, kind of because of that, it's, one, it's out of your control, but two, it's not, oh no, I only have X amount of time left. I should, really get better. It's like, well, if if you want to be like, think about it long term, I should have the best time I can.
Yeah.
And that's whether whether you really want to improve and that's like a thing that you want to focus on. It shouldn't be, those skills aren't going away unless, you're doing some really weird PM specific, not even actual plat fighter kind of like practice regimen, but I'd be surprised if that exists. It's, you want to, it's the same kind of thing with life, right? Like everyone only has so much time, but it's about, enjoying that time and making friends and having experiences. It's not about like, oh, have I done enough? It's like, nope, I've had a great time and I've done what I've wanted to. You got to prioritize. And
yeah.
if you want to prioritize improvement, I think that's perfectly fine. But you just be, and I know you know this. I'm not trying to condescend, but you've got to be a little more like fair to yourself in that regard.
Yeah, I definitely agree about that. Like, that is something I've kind of been thinking about more. Like, when we talked about more, like, earlier about motivation, is like, I don't want to stress myself out anymore about the game like I used to. I think that's, like, one of the reasons I'm not sure if I want to compete anymore, is I don't know if I can, like, have a healthy mindset about improving without stressing myself out.
This may be obvious, but you also don't have to like decide forever. You can try to compete for a little bit, try to actively improve. If that's causing you frustration or stress or making your life worse, you can just chill for a little while. Just take a break.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if it turns out, no, I'm good, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to come back. You don't have to take a break, but just, you always have that option. You're not locked into a contract for some big esports organization to play Project M.
Yeah.
So it's especially since you said you want to like get involved with streaming and stay involved with the community. There's nothing like on the line with regards to, oh hey, I think I'd like to not compete next week, but there's no but. Just don't compete next week, right? Or just there's no rush. There's no urgency.
Right.
Because if you try to just power through something making you feel bad, especially competition, you don't go anywhere. It just gets worse. Like I had that same kind of struggle for a while. After Salty Wands, I was like, I kind of had done everything I wanted to do, but I kept playing anyway when I shouldn't have. And like, oh my god, those were some of the most miserable tournaments. Not due to not other players or the TOs or anything, but just like, I'm just playing for like the status quo and nothing else. And it sucked.
Yeah.
So I came to that realization, like, wait, I could just chill. And then I chilled and I was happier. And, even earlier this year, I tried an online tournament. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Hey, you're in the 5 days of Melee thing.
Oh, that was fun. The show matches are fun.
Yeah, the show matches were cool.
There's another one coming up in a week or two.
Sad PM didn't get the clean sweep.
It's fine. We got to keep the script entertaining. It's got to be believable now.
Yeah.
Come on. there was that was a joke. There was no script, but yeah, I think just you don't gotta like commit to this. It's not a long-term commitment to decide, hey, I want to try this next week, or I want to try not doing that next week and just hanging with the homies and just maybe like helping with stream or something, right? And I know that it's especially because of the venue fee. There is more of an opportunity cost than just like a friendly session, but you deserve to be happy with your choices. And forcing yourself to compete does not work out. It just doesn't work. And vice versa. Forcing yourself on a break when you want to compete, you very quickly learn that you want to compete. It's not something you think about for 3 months and go, actually I really want to compete, but it took me 3 months to figure that out. No, yeah. Week 2 you're like, no, let me at them. Where are they? So yeah, I think just kind of try to keep that in mind going forward. That it doesn't not that this has to be a temporary thing, but that it doesn't have to be a permanent thing. If competing, if you want to improve, hell yeah, sick. Let's get it. Let's get better together. But if you just want to chill for a little bit, play some friendlies, like if you get as good as you want to where you can do the fun stuff, and you realize you're like, oh, I'm good, nothing wrong with that. I think that's something that's a little damaging about, not intentionally, but a little unintentionally damaging about the anime character mentality that's really pervasive in Smash and video games, is that no cool story ends with the shonen protagonist being like, you know what, I made third, I'm cool with that. I'm just gonna play for fun now, and just credits. Because that's not a fun story, but it doesn't have to be a story, it's your life. It's just what makes you happy.
I mean, I can think of an example of what you're talking about, though, in the show. That's what happens to Smile in Ping Pong.
I still need to watch Ping Pong.
Ping Pong is a series that, whenever I've had doubts as a competitor, Ping Pong says a lot. It, really speaks to you if you've ever taken, anything seriously. I think that's why it resonates with a lot of Smash players. I mean, there's also, easy parallels, Everyone likes Pecco, and people like to compare him to Mango.
Oh god, this show has Mango in it. Oh no.
Yeah. I definitely recommend Ping Pong. It's one of my favorite pieces of media ever.
Hell yeah.
It's up there.
I'll definitely check that out then.
Yeah, I think even if you personally are done with competition, I think it definitely just, you could relate to some things that happen in it.
Oh yeah, it's not like I forgot how it feels.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll definitely check Ping Pong out. And I think that's probably kind of a good place to call it.
Yeah. It's been a bit more than an hour.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah. This one, I try to keep it to roughly an hour, erring on the side of more time. And if there's no scheduling conflict, more time's more time. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But here, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Goodbye, stream.